Blog Talk Radio.
In my euphoria yesterday morning, we were having a lot of fun here yesterday morning, in my opinion. Had a bunch of people show up and talked about a couple cool things. I think we did. Talking about Ray Kroc, right? Flipping the burger. Ray Kroc, automation. Doing something very, very simple that can be duplicated, right? As a matter of fact, Eric Worre, in the book GoPro, Eric Worre is one of the legendary MLM trainers. He does these big seminars, and he puts thousands of people into a room because the guy's information is so pure. And one of the things that he always says is that, it's not whether or not you are able to do something if building a network marketing empire. Okay, it's not whether or not you as an individual are able to do anything. The real key to success is whether or not you can teach it. The real key to success is whether or not people can duplicate. The real key is whether or not others can just go forward and do simple things. And that's where the tie-in with Ray Kroc and flipping the burger yesterday, right? Pretty simple. You just send out you post on Facebook. You send to your list. You follow up very, very efficiently. You use the tools that you have available to you as a Traffic Academy member. There it is. Stuff is killer, right? As a matter of fact, did you receive an email this morning from Traffic Authority that actually had a swipe file in there and a little bit of an instruction and showed you actually where to go log into your member back office and where to find that swipe file on your own and the links that you would integrate? Did you see that this morning? That's a simple thing, right? That's a simple thing that you can do. How long would it take you? Maybe if you're me, you fumble around, the first time, second time, the third time, kind of fumbling around. But before you know it, you're getting really efficient at editing and posting those links and putting that stuff out there. And before you know it, boom, shakalaka. You got stuff pouring in. Well, yesterday in my euphoria, yesterday morning, I overlooked the fact that it was 4 years ago yesterday that we lost Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, you checked out. You guys know, everyone knows who Steve Jobs is. But when I realized that, I started doing a little bit more research on Steve Jobs again. Of course, that's what I like to do, research pop culture. And he had some really cool quotes. And one of the quotes that really resonated with me, I want to share with you this quote because I think it really represents who we are as a ninja community, right? I haven't really shared this with a lot of people, but there is a very big Traffic Academy, Traffic Authority population. Traffic Authority is thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It's huge. It's international. But then, and they're all internet traffic brokers, and some of them are at the Traffic Optimizer level, and then others are Traffic Academy members. And then we have the ninjas. That's us, the people who show up on the radio show, the people who are posting on Facebook, the people who are answering questions and helping, the people who work in the corporate office, Carl, who shows up here helping us every single day. We are the ninjas. And when I think about this thing that Steve Jobs said, I think it identifies who we are as the ninjas, the people who are out here, the people who just refuse to submit, no tapping out. What did Chad say? Remember a couple of weeks ago, Chad was on the Visionary Founders call. We were talking about some of the things that we've gone through, and we had a little bit of a stumble back in August when we got started, and then we had, there was a wave of people who were like, oh, the sky is falling. They're bailing like crazy because their clicks, their internet click thing wasn't working the way that they anticipated, and we had that little woo. Remember at the beginning, got backed up on support tickets. But then we just muscle through. Remember what Chad said? Chad said, here in Traffic Authority, we always go for it on fourth down. There's no punting. And that for those of you who are wondering what I'm saying, it may sound foreign. That's American football. American football, okay? You either punt, you surrender on fourth down, you give the ball away, you throw up the white flag, you surrender, or you just go for it. Because you're so committed and you're so tough and you're so resilient and you're so intelligent and you're so dedicated. You just go for it. And so this quote I'm going to give you from Steve Jobs, maybe you want to write this down because this represents our ninja group, this group right here. Steve Jobs said, "It's better to be a pirate than to join the Navy." It's better to be a pirate out there making stuff happen rather than be in the Navy. And hey, maximum respect to anybody who's in the armed services, okay? I think what he's talking about is, you get in the Navy, it's routine, you follow a system. It's you got to get up in the morning, you're just like, you're being you're molded into a fighting machine probably in the armed forces. But you're under the control of somebody else. Where a pirate is just out there, let's go make some stuff happen, man. Let's go. So I salute you guys in honor of all of the ninjas here. It's better to be a pirate than to join the Navy, said Steve Jobs. May he rest in peace. And he said some other really cool things, but we won't go there right now. I want to say good morning and welcome to those of you who are listening for the very first time. You're listening to Traffic Report. My name is Joe. Traffic Report is brought to you by, I'm having a problem speaking here this morning. The Traffic Report is brought to you by the Traffic Authority, the world leader in internet education, internet traffic, and internet community. We're here every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at radioleverage.com. This morning we're going to hear from some members of our community. We're going to hear some reinforcement of what's going on here. Maybe we'll get a question or two. You never know. And usually we're showering a lot of love in this neighborhood. Couple announcements. I want you guys to please be aware of this. And tonight is what I'm talking about, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, big webinar. Tuesday nights is like reseller training webinars. And tonight we got some really cool things. Tonight, Adam Whiting, Adam has been working behind the scenes like a crazy man for the last several weeks. He's going to be joining me tonight on the webinar. And he's going to be revealing some things that have been developed in the background and some things that some of you guys have been waiting for some stuff, and he's got some really cool announcements. He's going to show us a lot of new stuff tonight. And also there's a new daily marketing plan and some new marching orders that are going to be discussed tonight. I believe we're also going to be hearing from Doug Wellens, another co-founder. We haven't seen him in a long time on the webinars. I heard a rumor that Doug Wellens is going to be chiming in from Tallahassee, and maybe, just maybe, keep your fingers crossed, we're going to see Chad, the famous Chad, streaming live tonight on the webinar. And as you guys know, anybody who's made a sale, if you made one sale, just one, since I think it was the 25th, week before last on a Saturday, do you know that you have a shot at winning an iPad tonight? Tonight, Doug is going to pull the name out of a hat, and somebody is going to win an iPad tonight. I wonder if, does the winner need to be present? We should put that into the next contest, right? You got to be present. If we're going to give away an iPad on a webinar, you got to be there. Is what I'm thinking, and maybe not, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'll get some feedback, but yeah. So tonight, if you made a sale. Any sale, if you sign somebody up all the way at, all in at $144, that's you got 3 shots, right? Because as you know, reseller is 20, that's 1 sale. Traffic Optimizer is another 27, that's 2 sales. And then of course the Traffic Academy is a $97 upgrade. That's where you must be, I'm telling you, if you really want to get flush with cash and you want to get all the education and everything that you have to turbocharge your business, then it is absolutely critical that you become a Traffic Academy member, in my opinion, because it demonstrates commitment, and there's all the training there, and you got all the email training there, for real, man. But my point, though, is if you do that for every $144 member that you have signed up, that's three shots, right? So the more products that you sold, or the more people you brought to the table, you just multiply that out. Some people have, I know that there are people who have several hundred shots, but you know what? Everybody's in. How about that? So make sure that you're there tonight. Traffic Web Live, trafficweblive.net. Okay, that's the site. www.trafficweblive.net. That's where you can go and register for tonight's webinar. It takes place at 8 p.m. Eastern. Probably going to go for about an hour. Just make sure that you're there. It'll be. I'm serious. There's going to be some really, really cool stuff there for you. So, also, did you know that in your member back office, that Quick Start training that was so effective on August 5th, the Quick Start training that, with that tool, over 50,000 people came into our community within 30 days using the tools in the Quick Start training. And that's available in your reseller section right now. If you are a reseller, which means you're $20 in, you have access to that material. That Quick Start training is there. As a matter of fact, that is where the page is. In the email that went out overnight, we sent the swipe file. The swipe file actually is from that area of the Quick Start training in your back office. So go there, check it out. Right? You're wondering, what should I send to people? What should I post on Facebook? Maybe you're just brand new. Did you know that stuff is back there? That you actually have copy that you can post on Facebook, on your Facebook. There's copy for emails that you can send to leaders and warm market. And gave you some marching orders. Let's get busy. Let's start posting some more stuff. You notice there are some people who are consistently posting on Facebook. I got an email from a guy this morning who's going to be doing like 500. He's going to be doing 500 links. He's got something. He's got a plan. This guy's going to do huge numbers. And we heard Earl the Mountain Man. He talked yesterday about putting stuff out there on social media. So you have the tools. The swipe files are there. The links, the customized links are there. Now it's just a matter of you going out there and doing it, man. Right? We always talk about this. This is very, very simple. It's very, very simple. But it's not easy. The simple part is it's done for you. The swipe files are there. The links are already done. The tracking is there. The e-commerce is there. The e-wallet is there. It's very, very simple. But the difficult part comes in to play when we must find discipline, right? For real. Okay? It's very, very simple, but it's not easy because most people get so easily distracted. It's a flavor of the month. Oh, they didn't make $10,000 in their first 30 days, so they go chasing this next shiny new toy that might put, a big. So you know what I'm talking about. The difficult part is just finding the discipline and the consistency and doing exactly what you're being shown to do. All right, I want to share with you guys a quick little thing here. Oh, we got a lot of people in the queue. We're going to get to you in a moment. Let me share with you one quick little thing. It's only going to give me a few minutes here. Today is when today the Major League Baseball begins their playoffs. I think the New York Yankees, the mighty Yankees, are playing in a game tonight, in some kind of a playoff game. And baseball is what it is. And I know we have an international audience here. And please, just be aware of the fact that I have a tendency to use, sports metaphors when I show up here every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But this is a very personal story, and it's something that it was a funny story when I first heard it, but it goes a little bit deeper when you really resonate with this, okay? And it's the story of my father. I mentioned him yesterday. We talked about my father yesterday. He was a first-generation American. My grandma was Polish. They came in, back in the turn of the last century in the late 1800s, right? And so he was born there in the house on the south side of Chicago on 57th, and the next thing you know, he's out there living life. And I have a feeling that he just did what he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it. I think he dropped out of high school when he was a freshman, if he ever even went to high school. I'm not sure. And he's been gone. I miss him. He's been gone for maybe 20 years now. But when my father was a young kid, the thing that was the most important to him was baseball. Okay? My father was a baseball junkie. By the time I was old enough to, walk, I understood what the infield fly rule was, right? Because this is where we lived. My father this was his passion, was baseball. And as a young man, he was very, very good. He was extraordinarily good, right? This is back probably, I want to say, in the 40s, right? In the 40s. That's, my father he'd be 90 or something now. But so way back then, they didn't have things like, weight training for 8-year-olds. You know what I mean? And let's put our kid in a batting cage when he's 12. because a contract is worth $100 million. That wasn't happening back then. Back then, guys who played professional sports had day jobs, right? When the season was over, they went to work. And there was no real system in place where they can find, like right now, if you're good enough, if you've got an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old kid who can play at a certain level, who can compete, the powers that be know already. The guys who cultivate this talent and the agents, they know. I mean, it's, you can't go undetected if you're gifted in athletics in this day and age. But back then, they didn't have that system in place, right? So my father was just a kid, and he used to all he did was play baseball in front of the house, on the street, down at the schoolyard, right? And then he got involved in something called the American Legion. He played a game at Comiskey Park, but he was really, really good. And he played. He was a second baseman and a shortstop, where all that action is taking place, right? As a matter of fact, he was so good that, because if you're good enough, they will find you. They, meaning the people who really can, they're involved in the commerce of sports, right? So back then, there was a knock on the door one day at my father's house, and there was a scout. There was a guy who had heard through the grapevine that there was this kid on the south side of Chicago that really had something going on. So my father got the call, right? He actually got the call, and he went for a tryout, and he signed a contract. And he was in the Detroit Tigers minor league system. That's where he was, right? And I remember the uniform. I remember him bringing home this was so precious to him, right? And so as he tells the story, he goes there and he's in the minor leagues, and he was doing very, very well. Okay, as he relayed the story to me, he was doing very, very well. I mean, he was extraordinary, right? They couldn't get it by him, turning the double play, all that stuff, right? And just, then, it was his turn at bat, and he was just, consistent, and he was just like, they were like, whoa, really, really excited for him, and he was really excited because now his dream, his entire life, all that time he spent is now right there in front of him. And then something happened. Something caught him off guard, and it was night baseball, playing the game at night. Most baseball games, they play them at night, right? They play them at night when people are off work, when people can go. They've got the big lights. They play them at night. Well, back then, when my father was a young boy, when it was only in the 40s, he didn't have the benefit of ever playing at night. He only played during the day. And he said to me, he goes, I couldn't hit it at night. He goes, I got to tell you, he says, because of the lights were on top of the ball, and just the whole environment was changed. He said, Joey, the ball, it was as big as a grapefruit. It was coming at me, and it was huge, and I couldn't hit the ball at night. He said, so they sent me home. They said, Joe, you've got a bright future here, but you're going to have to go figure this out on your own. You're going to have to learn how to hit some night baseball. We got some other kids here who can hit night baseball, blah, blah, blah. So the next thing you know, he's on a train, and he's coming home from the Detroit Tigers farm system training camp. And so he comes home, and he makes a decision, right? He makes a decision at that moment. He decides he's just going to let the baseball thing go, and he's going to marry his sweetheart, and her name is Jane, and that's my mom. He married my mom. So fast forward through the rest of his life, my father is a blue-collar guy. He's very hardworking. I can remember how he used to smell when he would come home from work, because he was a roofer, right? He would actually put those 90-pound shingles on his shoulder and climb up a ladder, sometimes 1, 2, even 3 stories, and then throw that bundle on the roof and climb up there and bang, 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 all day long. He was a roofer. I remember how he would smell. And he had arms. His arms were like Popeye the Sailor Man, right? This guy was a giant because of the physical labor that he would be doing. He's the one who instilled in me the concept of getting into free enterprise. He said, son, don't do what I do, man. Use your brain. If you could use your brain to make money, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing. Thank you for that advice, Dad. But so my dad goes on, and he lives this fruitful life, in my opinion, right? I remember how he smelled it. What a hard worker, man. He would come home, and I have 2 brothers, right? My mom and dad, they had kids. There are 3 of us. And my father went on just to live this very, very humble, quiet life. Humble and quiet. right? He was a blue-collar worker. He once had a chance at management. He didn't like the tie. He didn't want to do it. So he just stayed a union guy. Eventually he got off the roofs, and he became the warehouse manager for the roofing supply company, you know, driving a lift truck, and just a blue-collar dude. Always followed baseball, though, right? Always. You know, Alan Trammell and Carlton Fisk. These names were thrown about our household, right, when we were growing up. And my father, you know, he would be glued to the TV. He just knew the game, right? And so he goes on to live a long life. He probably lived another 40 years after that, right? Or maybe even longer after his baseball experience. And so it was interesting because he doesn't really talk a lot, right? My mom always used to say, you know, when your father speaks, you better listen. She used to say, my mom is great. She said, still waters run deep. Still water runs deep. So when your father speaks, it is important. You better shut up and listen to that man. I was like, okay. So he didn't say much, right? His life was going to the ball game, you know, or sitting on the front porch and watching the house. That was it. He'd sit on the front porch, watch the house, listen to the ball game. I mean, he didn't go anywhere. And then at the end of his life when he died, it was amazing because he had impacted it and he had empowered so many people. It was like a head of state had passed away. Well, I remember going to my father's funeral, and it was like, who are all these people, Mom? I mean, who are all these people? Are you kidding me? He had impacted so many people with his kindness. He was literally, my father was the guy that would give you the shirt off his back. He just lived in humility and kindness and quiet. But here's where the story gets really kind of juicy for me, right? My father, you know, when he was dying, he was very, very sick. You know, he passed from bone cancer. Guy was just debilitated, right? It was the end of his life, okay? He was within a year, probably 6 months of passing away. And he was living with my mom on the south side. And my mom was going through some stuff. You know, she was going through some issues, and she was a little zany, right, at the time. She'll confess that she was. And so my brother, David, was there. And he told me the story. He said, Joey, we were sitting at the kitchen table, and we're watching baseball. I'm sitting there watching baseball with Dad, and he's sick. And I'm just hanging with him. And Mom comes up from the downstairs area with the laundry basket, as she normally would be doing some chores. And she comes up and she stops in the kitchen where my brother and my father are watching baseball. And she reels off some zaniness, right? Something that is like, my dad's going, what? What are you what? What the hell? What? And my brother's going, what is she talking about, right? And then she leaves the room and she goes up the stairs and they're sitting there. Okay, so my father and my brother are sitting there. He's in his 60s. He's been married to her for 45 years. He's watching. It's the end of his life. It's the end of his life. And he knows that it's the end of his life. And he's sitting there with my brother, and he looks at my brother, and here's what he said to my brother. He said, I should have learned to hit at night. And my brother's like, what, Dad? He's like, no, I should have learned to hit at night. And we thought it was a joke, right? Everyone's laughing, and I've relayed this story many times. I've relayed it here on Radio Leverage. You know, it's whatever. But you know, it's at first it's like, whoa, that was really funny. It's like, whoa, and then all of a sudden it started sinking in, right? It started sinking in that 40-some years later, my father, when he was dying, was still carrying the regret that he had passed on an opportunity that was still living within him in that moment. It was shocking to consider that. And it does sound funny, right? But here he was. He again, this man speaks to me every single day. Right now, this morning, he's coming through me. I should have learned to hit at night. He had an opportunity that he dreamed of from the time his feet were on the ground, and he had a crack at it. He had a shot, and he took a pass. And now when I look back, but look at how powerful you are. Look at the stories that are coming through me right now, Dad. And look at all the people who came to your wake, and look at all the lives that you touched, and look at all the love that you gave. A magnificent life, in my opinion. As I look back, it's like, this guy, man, if I can be that good. Man, if I can be that kind. Man, if I could influence people in the way that he did. Yet, he sat there with regret. I should have learned to hit at night. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened if he learned how to hit at night? Who knows? Maybe he would have been on. Maybe he would have gone on to be the famous major leaguer that he always dreamed that he should be. And the reason I share this with you today is because it is the baseball season, right? The playoffs start tonight, and so whenever, and I understand the baseball stuff, but I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. It's a little boring for me, to be honest with you. Although I played, how couldn't I? My father was a pro. But whenever it's the baseball season, I get this connection with this story, and it's about what we do here, really. Okay, what this opportunity is here for you in Traffic Authority. This is a very big opportunity for you. It is done for you marketing. It is a different world in the internet. You baby boomers, man, we're going to have to get out here and compete. If we want to survive, we're either going to be working at Walmart or we're going to be crushing it in something like, and hopefully, Traffic Authority, right? So, yeah, I should have learned to hit at night. It was a sad thing because it showed such regret. He really did regret not taking advantage of the opportunity. So, all I want to do is today, I want you guys to just take advantage of the opportunity. And here's some reality, okay? I'm going to share with you some truth. Here's the truth. Traffic Academy is here to stay. Traffic Academy will be here in a year. Traffic Academy will be here in 2 years, 5 years. We are here to stay. We're here. And so where are you going to be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years? Where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? You see, if you just plug in and you stay focused and you just apply the simple principles, maybe today you have 0 names on your list. Maybe you got 10, maybe you got 100 names on your list. That's it. But everyone started somewhere. Some of the great names that we hear in our community, 150,000 names on my list. Yeah, but 7 years ago I had 0 names on my list. This is a huge opportunity, okay? Just follow through with your decision to be here. Last thing you want to do is regret it. A year from now, let's say that, oh, yeah, whatever, Joe. There's that your dad story again. I've heard that for years. I'm out of here. Oh, there's a shiny new toy. There's something brand new. Just 2 weeks ago, I spoke to a guy on the telephone who was so excited. He tracked me down because he was looking for some specific information. He wanted bios on the founders because he was going to go big. He was going to pioneer. He was going to go big. He was going to be a number one earner here. Last night on Facebook, the guy pitched me on some other deal. Whoa. I got pitched on some other deal. I'm like, I'm sorry, but thank you for considering me. And I honor the fact that you would even consider me, but I'm all in here. I'll be here in a year. I'll be here in 2 years. This is because I understand. I can see what's going on here. So where are you going to be, man? Don't live in regret, okay? A year from now, you're chasing some other shiny new toy. You're going, whoa, I was there. I was there at the very beginning. And I bailed because the dashboard wasn't working for the first 30 days. So I had to quit and go chase them. We're going to be here. You might as well stick around. Commit to your $144 membership. Get yourself educated and go all the way, man. We don't punt here. We go for it on fourth down. Okay, here's the drill. What I'm going to do is say the last 4 digits of your telephone number, and I want you to come out when I say that. And pay attention, okay? Pay attention. Be listening closely, because if I say your number and you don't come out within a few seconds, I'm going to move on, because we get so many people in the queue who want to share their story and maybe have a question. And as far as questions are concerned, as you guys know, we're not technicians here at Radio Leverage. The people who can handle that stuff, they're at the support desk, support@trafficauthority.net. Just send in a support ticket. If you're stuck, we always are open here. We're not going to deny you a question if you do have a question. And we've got a guy. We get a guy here, Carl, down there in the Tallahassee office, and sometimes we're able to get right at him if he doesn't have a lot going on. So this morning, just if you could keep the technical questions, we don't really. I'm not a technician, okay? We have a support desk for that, and they're pretty much caught up. But if you want to share your enthusiasm, or maybe you want to talk about the webinar, or maybe you want to talk about your dad and whether he could hit at night, that's what this is for. So I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You are going to say your name, your first name, the city, the state, or the country that you're calling in from, and let's let her rip, man. We'll start with 2147. Good morning. Good morning, 2147.
Good morning. Charles Gibson from Philadelphia.
Charles, how are you today?
Good. Good. I called you last Friday and let you know that I'm not getting anything on my when I say manage all. I bought a gold package and nothing's happening.
Okay.
And
What do you mean nothing's happening? What does that mean?
that means it's not generating any leads, or either it's not doing anything.
All right. Is your traffic on pause?
No, I didn't put it on pause.
Is it running? Is your traffic running?
No, it's not running. That's what I mean.
Okay, then it's on pause. If it's not running, then it's on pause. And okay, Charles, let me see what I can do here. And again, let me see if my boy's online. It doesn't look like he's online. All right, Charles, what is your username?
C.T. Gibson. Gibson.
C.T. Gibson?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. C.T. Gibson. Okay, C.T. Gibson, we're on it. Stick around. Hopefully I'll get you an answer before today's radio show is over, okay? But I know it's something. I know it's something simple. I know that it's something simple. We'll get it handled for you. Thank you for being so patient, Charles.
All right, I go to work in about a half an hour, so hopefully it'll be before then.
Okay, we're doing our best, okay? I sent it in there, but the guy's not at his desk yet. They got a meeting going on down there. So thank you very much, Charles, in Philadelphia. All right, let's keep it moving. 5232, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe, and to the entire traffic tribe and all of Traffic Authority. How are you?
We're good, Holly. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I have a quick question for you, but first off, I want to let you know that I'm so excited that I see like all of my commissions, so I should be seeing it pretty soon, and I'm just elated. I'm just so happy. And that's number one. Number two is I received an email from James. Basically, I was inquiring about my payment, and Carl already took care of that, so that it was supposed to be September 30th. It was never debited. Then he told me on the 6th, and I guess I'm assuming the 6th of every month, which commences today, which is great. But his response to that, and my response was about the 144, his response was, your traffic is paused. So I'm wondering how that even happened when I did not pause it.
Well, someone paused it. It wasn't me. Are you able to go in and unpause it?
I'm actually checking that right now. I'm actually going into the back office. I'm going to see right now. Like, I never touched it. So. Okay, well, you have to run the traffic. You have to go in there and you have to select that you want to run the traffic. And then at the very, very bottom of the page, you have to update. Okay, you've got to update the change that you made on the site. And it should be running for you, Holly. I don't know what scoundrel. It must have been a pirate that went in there and paused your traffic on you. Because this stuff must have, because I didn't do it.
All right, well,
that's interesting.
All right, well, you'll find it. Okay, if you can't find it, stick around. We'll help you out later. Okay, we'll keep it moving here this morning. Thank you for calling in, Holly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's keep it moving here. 5691. You are next up in the queue. 5691. Good morning.
Hey, Joe. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm good, Steve. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Getting some boxes unpacked, getting there. Wanted to know, was the tutorial that I put up, was that helpful?
You know what? I saw that you put it up there. I haven't seen any feedback on it yet, and it's on my list for review this morning. Thank you very much for doing that, Steve. We really appreciate that.
Oh, I love helping you guys out because, honestly, truthfully, this is my home, this is my community, and if you allow me to, I have a dad story. My dad always was in the dark because my dad was born blind, but he taught in a public high school, German for 35 years.
Wow.
And of that also, he also used to fix antique clocks, and he did sound for my sister's local dance theater. So my dad's always been my hero because he's never let any obstacle stop him, ever. So just a little inspiration story for everybody out there. And shout out to my awesome sponsor, Nancy Flint, also Diamond Dave, and the gal that just was on,
Holly?
and all the other fantastic people. Yeah, Holly. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing all the people out there. I mean, and I also hear someone from Oregon on here as well. So, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much, Steve.
Absolutely.
And
let me know what you think of the video, if you will.
I will. I'll review it. I'll hit you up on Facebook. Steve, thank you very much. That's an interesting story that your father was born blind, yet he was teaching German at the high school level. Good morning, number one.
This is Frank at beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Frank, is it still soggy?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit soggy here. But the sun is shining. That's a good thing.
Excellent.
And the river is down. That's a good thing. But we had some really interesting, challenging, exciting moments that we had to live through. But, yeah, things are starting to get back to normal. And, in 2 or 3 years, the roads will probably be put back together.
Well, Frank, what's going on in your world today, man? How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fantastic. I just want to let you know that you and I have one more thing in common. I, too, am a second-generation American. My grandfather came from Sicily, and my father was born here in this country, and then so was I. So we have one other thing in common. In your question of the day, where are you going to be? And I want to answer that question. I'm going to be right here with Traffic Authority.
Yes, I believe that you are, because I know that you're taking the simple action steps, and you've got the patience, right? You have the patience that's required. People look for microwave results. I hear people all the time, and they're desperate. Okay, they scraped up the money to buy a basic package because they're like Vegas. They want that 200 to turn into 600. So they can pay a phone bill, and you never know. People come out of here and have microwave results if they have the work ethic. At the same time, though, most likely this is going to require some patience. The other day, Greg said, I remember we had Greg on Saturday. He said something very, very profound. He said, "This is not gambling. This is a serious business, right? There's no luck here, right? You'll have predictable results if you do the work, you build a list, you understand how to communicate with the list." And you just keep moving forward. So, yes, you are going to be here, Frank. Look forward to a long, mutually beneficial relationship here at Traffic Authority, sir.
Well, let me just tell you what my new routine is. I go to my email every morning like I did this morning, and I print it out. And then it says you have 3 things. It says click on your daily marketing plan here, register here for tonight's reseller training webinar, and post a banner on Facebook today. So what I did is I went over to the training program. I figured out how to post the banner on Facebook. So I did the 3rd thing first. Second, I registered for the webinar. And 3rd, I clicked on the daily planning. And 4th, here I am on the call talking to you.
There it is.
Life
and let me tell you,
good.
It is good. And that daily marketing plan is being updated. That's one of the really cool things you're going to learn about this evening on the webinar. I got, this Adam, I don't know when he ever sleeps, because I woke up at 5 this morning and I had just received a Skype message from Adam, and he goes, "Oh, I got this thing ready for tonight. It's going to be awesome." And it's the daily marketing plan. So we'll be talking more about that. Good work. Keep it up, Frank. Keep up the good work, my friend.
I've got hundreds of clicks, but I'm still waiting for a call.
You'll get one. You'll get one. You're going to get one from me. Thank you very much. Waiting for a call from me. God bless, Mark. God bless you very much, Frank. Okay, 2959. You're next up.
Carlos Rodriguez from New York City.
Hey, Carlos.
How you guys doing?
How are you? I'm good.
Oh,
good. How
man.
are you?
Oh man, I'm excited. Yesterday was a great day for me and Traffic Authority. Not only did I get 2 new team members into Traffic Authority, they actually wrote me back an email and said, "I love your video." And what they're talking about is I inserted my own video in the bridge page. So they actually resonated with me. They actually connected with me, and that's the reason why they joined me. And for whatever reason, those two people joined 10 minutes apart. So I contacted them, let them know I'm here. I'm not just a person behind a computer. And they're going to be sticking around, and they're probably on the call here today. So I just want to thank them. And the question, will I be here in a year? Absolutely, I'll be here. But the big difference is I won't be bartending in a year. I will only be doing traffic authority.
I believe that. I know that's true.
And lastly, have you guys seen the reseller resources?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, all that information is crazy. In a good way, crazy in a good way. I'm tapping in. I just did some things on Facebook, and oh man, I'm just excited. So I have three new business partners in the last couple of days. So that's amazing. Hopefully, the iPad will be coming my way, and I could give that to Carly Rose. Yeah. So with that being said, stay focused. Much love, much respect. I got something coming up for everybody that comes in here every day. I have a little nugget. I'm just getting prepared to maybe by tomorrow. I have a nugget for everybody that's a ninja that stays focused in this community that calls in every day. You guys know who you are. I can't name all of you, but I have a nugget which is gonna boost our business. I will probably, most likely, will let everybody know tomorrow, and maybe you could help us out with that, Joe. But tomorrow I'm gonna set the radio show on fire tomorrow.
Awesome, dude. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to what you have to say for tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. And listen, you mentioned something. I know some people are wondering what you're talking about. You said you made your very own bridge video. I think that some people are wondering what that is, and probably if we can squeeze some time in tonight, we're going to talk about that bridge video and what that really means. Because this is where the real connection happens, right? You know, because the funnels are dynamite. The funnels are dynamite. But, you know, it's just a funnel. But with that bridge video, and every single reseller, every single one of us has got the opportunity to put a bridge video in the sales funnel. So now as clicks and prospects go through the funnel, they're connecting with you, Carlos. There's something about you. It's no longer just a funnel. Now it's a guy who knows what he's doing, who has passion, and boom shakalaka, 3 new members. Dude, you know what can happen. You understand. And Carlos, I talk about, getting started. You know, you're really beginning to make some stuff happen here. And way back in the pre-launch, right? You were here in August, and you were on the leaderboard. You know, you were bringing so many people. And you're not, do you have years and years of experience in email marketing? Did you have one of these mega lists when you got here?
Less than a year. I'm actually confirm that I was actually in network marketing for less than a year, but I didn't even know I was in network marketing. I didn't know what was network marketing. I had to look it up. I had to Google it. So I was in network marketing without even knowing. So yes, I this is new to me here, the traffic and the things, but I joined another company which I didn't even know was part of network marketing. So yes, less than a year. But the most important thing, like I said, is plugging in, being here every day, the education. Like I said, I didn't even know how to upload a video to YouTube a couple of weeks ago. I never made a video before, less than a couple of weeks ago. So again, and I'm gonna probably ride this to the wheels fall off. You guys in Traffic Authority changed the way I think, changed the way I feel, and the fear. Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, I am a 1-star. For anybody that doesn't know what a 1-star is, it's 6 sales in one product of one of the products in Traffic Authority. And I will be a 3-star in the next couple of weeks. So I'm just letting you know. All right, God bless. Take care. I appreciate everybody on the call. Tomorrow, I'm gonna set the radio show on fire for the people that are committed and always come in here and share their stories and share their testimonies and give us just your undivided attention. For those people that show up every fucking day, and I'm sorry, you're gonna get a nugget. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, Carlos. No apology required. Absolutely. Carlos checking in from New York City. I love it, man. 1650, you are next up in the queue. 1650.
Good morning, Joe. Barry in Tucson.
Barry, what you say today, man? How are you?
Wow, I'm doing great, buddy, man. I got a lot to say. Wow, congrats, Carlos, man, you rock. I mean, I can't wait for this nugget tomorrow, man. I don't know about you. But,
I'm ready.
I want to thank you for your story about your father. That was really great, and I enjoyed it. I was listening intently. And I want to say, you've got a few nicknames, the Dancing Bear, and whatnot. But you are the voice of traffic authority. You, to me, I mean, that should be one of your titles, if not the official title, besides chief communicator, of course. Mm-hmm. But, it just, I'm kind of at a loss for words all of a sudden, but it's just important to me. I mean, the way your passion, you're the glue that holds our family together, brother.
Well, thank you for that, Barry. I really, really do appreciate that. But the glue is big. There's a lot of glue here, right? I mean, you are part of the package that, we're all holding each other together. And I say that honestly. I do have the microphone, right? But, listen to Carlos, listen to Frank. I mean, listen to the people who are showing up here. How about the team in Tallahassee? I mean, Adam's team. I mean, we're all in this together. My job is to just grab the microphone, right? There's others here who do things that I don't even, in a million years, I don't know what they do. But I thank you. I really do accept your,
Exactly, and speaking of Adam, I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight. We haven't seen him in a while. And lastly, as for your question, I am going to be here next year, 5 years from now, and I'm going to be a superstar.
You already are. You are a superstar. You already are. No, it's the truth, dude. You talked about your son being at the birthday. He's going into airport. Christopher, right? Is that his name? You were talking about standing up and singing "Happy Birthday" in a restaurant. Dude, that's big. And I know a lot of people were influenced by that. So keep up the good work, Barry, and thank you very much for your support, dude.
Always.
Alrighty then, let's keep it moving. 0618, you are next up in the queue. 0618.
Hey everybody, this is Gilbert James in New York City. How's everything going, everyone?
We're doing great, Gilbert, and thank you for the video yesterday. How are you doing this morning?
Great. I'm so happy. I just like what Carlos was saying about the nugget, but more importantly, I like his tone and his motivation, and just everybody's just doing wonderful, and it's just enjoyable. I'm waiting to hear from Big Earl and Mountain Man. But you know what? I was on the train station the other day. I was going downtown to do some business, and I was thinking about what Darren said, that to be conscious, to be aware of what's around you, to use that as a resource to know that when you're speaking to somebody, a lead or a traffic person who comes into your back office or comes in from your leads, from your marketing links, that you probably may be able to connect with that person when you're talking to that person or when you're writing to that person about things that's going on in their life. So I began to be a little bit conscious. And while I'm sitting there at the train station, I can hear the rumble. I can hear the power. I can hear the energy of the engine just moving closer and closer down to the tunnel towards my station. And I began to think, you know what? This is exactly the way I feel about traffic authority. The more I listen to the videos and watch the videos, the more I connect to the radio show, the more I get on the webinars and hear your motivation and your truth and your transparency and the same from all the tribesmen and the founders, the more closer the power of traffic authority is lining up, or I'm lining up with that. The more that power is just beginning to get near me, and I'm beginning to be part of it. And so as the train began to billow into the station, I said, wow, this is the way I'm feeling in traffic authority. It's becoming more clearer. It's becoming more effective. I'm turned on more and more the more I be connected to the traffic authority reality and the truth. So I just wanted to say that the more people stay connected to Traffic Authority, and the more you tune into the radio show and the webinars, and you practice your emails, and you just work with your marketing links, the more the power is going to come on you as a real Traffic Authority ninja. And that's the way I feel. So I just wanted to say that. And right on. And also, I'm still getting, to this moment, leads and traffic from my marketing links, and I haven't even bought a package yet. Now, don't get me wrong. Get a package when you can. I mean, it's tremendous. Premier traffic, hey, it's going to take you a long way. But I got an email the other day from somebody on the Traffic Authority page, and she said, "Wow, how are you doing that, Gil? Can you help me out? How do I do that?" So I went back to her and I explained to her step by step how I've been doing it. I've been posting on Facebook, I've been posting on social media, and I'm using the marketing links. And when I look at my back office, I see people are responding to my posts, to my messages, to my content, and they're signing up for the free. They're signing up, and I've got their emails and I've got their name captured from the sales and the lead page and the lead capture pages. So the system really, really works, but you got to work the system in order for it to work for you. So that's all I want to say for now, because I know there's a lot of people on the phone. So thank you so much, Joe. You are a champion by nature. You're a winner indeed, and I'm glad I bought a ticket to the winning game. Thank you so much.
Gilbert James, thank you very much. You are awesome. And you mentioned Darren in that training we did last Tuesday night. Okay, how much value was there, right? Darren talked about being aware. Okay, that's the real action, is being aware in life. You know, you think you're going to hear about email marketing, right? This is how cool this whole thing is, right? You think the training is about email marketing. We're going to learn, how to send email. And then this dude is talking about opening up your channel so you're just aware and in tune with everything that's going on around you, because there is where you're going to find some really cool stuff. That's where you build your email, your story, from what's influencing you, and you're communicating who you are. And then the next thing you know, people just like you. Why do you think Carlos banged out 3? He said he's got 3 in the last 2 days. Because now Carlos is using the bridge tool, which everyone has available to them, and he's speaking who he is. So now it's a personal experience, and people are showing up. And that's what is so cool. You think the Traffic Authority is just about traffic? You got something else coming, man. Pay close attention here. 8171, you're next up. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Hi.
Beverly in Medford, Oregon.
Beverly, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I was a little disappointed that I didn't get a call back yesterday, but I know they're very busy, and I can understand. I'm not complaining, because I just, if it wasn't for the wanting to finish the training, I wouldn't even say anything. So.
All right. Well, listen, my bad. Okay, I'm taking responsibility for that. I have your number here. I'm going to call you right after today's radio show, and I want you to come out here tomorrow and report that the Joe did call you and help you, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want.
I have another thing that I'd like to do. I made a video, but I don't know how to put it on the Facebook page. I'm not sure just how you're supposed to do that, because I'm a little. Right. Sometimes things are challenging for me at times, And so.
All right, Beverly. What I'm going to have to work with you on that as well, okay? On how to upload.
Okay, that's great. I appreciate it very, very much.
No problem.
Because I plan to be here for a while. Okay.
Thank you. And you're only 80 years young. I know.
Only. I don't feel 80. No, I think it's what you feel inside that counts.
Yeah, it's true.
And you don't age. You
don't seem like you're 80 to me. You don't seem like you're 80 years old to me.
Well, I don't. Like I said, I don't feel that old. I just try to keep very positive and upbeat, so I don't. I want to live a long time and do what I was put on earth to do. That's what my goal is. Yeah.
Well, so far so good, because you're inspiring me. Okay, and you're holding me accountable, right? You're holding me accountable. I'm sorry I disappointed you yesterday. We'll keep it moving though. 8310. You're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Dale from Alabama.
Daryl?
Dale.
Dale, how are you, Dale?
I'm doing okay. I've got a technical question, and it probably should go to support. And I'm wondering if anybody else is having this problem.
Did you send it?
Sir?
Did you send a support ticket in?
Not yet.
Well, then that's what you should do.
I'm wondering if anybody else is having this problem. Anytime I type traffic authority in any link, I get a secure connection failed. I cannot go to traffic authority.
All right. Again, trafficauthority.net. Okay,
I know I typed that in, and I cannot any link with traffic authority in it.
And I don't know. I haven't heard of this. If you're getting a Norton antivirus warning that says that this might be a phishing site, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for bringing that up, Dale. I should have that on my list. We talked about this yesterday at length. I actually posted on Facebook as well about this.
Okay.
Some people are having this. Okay, some people are receiving that Norton antivirus warning. We are aware of it. Traffic Authority is aware of it. Traffic Authority's office sent a written documentation. They sent a written notification to the Norton antivirus company. And now it's all automated, right? It was generated by some automated system, and we sent in the request to say, take this down. And their computer said to our computer, we will have a human being research this, and we'll get to you within 4 or 5 days. So we are on it. The team is aware of it. And here's something interesting, and I'm sure that you'll agree, Dale, is that here you get to come out and you get to speak with me, and we take it right into the support desk. Beverly just now from Medford, she wants to talk to me. Where in the world, in the internet world, do you have this level of human decency, transparency, let's get her done?
Oh,
is there any
wonderful.
Right. So yes, Dale, thank you for bringing it to our attention. And if anybody else has that comment, if you're dealing with that antivirus thing from Norton, we are on it, and we are angry. We're angry bears about that.
I'm angry.
And yes, angry. We're angry about that. It's like, come on, get off it, okay? We're for real, man. We got tens of thousands of members to prove it. We got hundreds of people on the radio show. Thank you very much, Dale.
Okay.
All righty there. There's Dale in Alabama bringing something to the table. 5649, you're next up.
Good morning, Joe. It's Bert from Canyon Lake, California.
Good morning, Bert. How are you today?
Actually, I should say that like Frank does. Beautiful Canyon Lake, California.
I bet, huh?
I'm doing great. Yeah, everybody. How about Carlos, man? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you. Gilbert, Carlos, Frank, and your story. That was precious. Very transparent, as Gilbert said, and precious. It reminds me of my own dad and what I learned from him. Mm-hmm. I wanted to just have all the ninjas look into one of Napoleon Hill's books. It's called Keys to Success, the 17 Principles of Personal Achievement. It's fascinating, the 17 principles of success, personal achievement. And here's a quote from page 2 in his book. If you would plant for days, plant flowers. If you would plant for years, plant trees. If you would plant for eternity, plant ideas. The most important part of this book is not written on its pages, but is already in your own mind. Mm-hmm. Once you learn how to harness the tremendous potential of your mind and how to organize the knowledge you already have, you can turn them into the power necessary for attaining your definite major purpose. And that is the first success principle that he talks about in his book, the definiteness of purpose. Mm-hmm. God bless you, Joe, and a virtual kiss on the forehead for Carly Rose.
I love it. Thank you very much. And, Napoleon Hill, right? He's one of the great, he's one of the fathers of this whole, this whole manifestation thing. And I'll make a recommendation to you guys. There's a book that I recently was turned on to. It's by Napoleon Hill. It has some modern stuff built into it. It's called Outwitting the Devil. And it's very, very cool. Napoleon Hill wrote it way, way back in the early 1900s. The story is that it was too controversial for the time. And it sat in the archives, too controversial. And then just recently, within the last 5 years, I want to say, it all of a sudden comes to light. And Sharon Lechter, I don't know if you know who Sharon Lechter is. She's a famous speaker and a teacher and a trainer, and she worked with the Rich Dad Poor Dad Foundation. She's one of those individuals, very enlightened. She actually brought this to the table, right? She's working with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and she brought this book to the table. And it's actually Napoleon Hill, he claims to have had, and he wasn't sure if he was imagining it, a conversation with the devil. And when you listen to this book, I listened to it on audio, it's very, very interesting because it's all about, how, negative the devil was, like negative energy. Okay, how does it control people, and how does it keep you in a box? And it's about self-doubt, it's about addiction, it's about self-talk, it's about buying into that, what does Steve Jobs say? I'd rather be a pirate than what was his exact quote? It's better to be a pirate than to join the Navy. And that's what this book is about. It's buying into the, what everybody is doing, and just, it's a very, very interesting book. It's about getting rid of self-doubt and just, taking advantage of every opportunity. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill and Sharon Lechter. Check it out. And I don't know if you're multitasking right now, sir. Sir, Mr. Doug Wellens. I just took you off mute, dude. I see you're listening to the radio show. Doug Wellens is on.
I am right here, Joe.
There you are. Last night I was hitting you up on Skype talking about this contest and about tonight, and I revealed that, the mysterious Chad may actually be seen, outside of Tallahassee tonight. I'm not sure if that's still going to happen, but what's going on? How are you, Mr. Doug Wellens? Ladies and gentlemen, this is co-founder Doug Wellens. What's up, dude?
Hey, that is the plan for absolute sure. Chad and I are together here for a few days. I was in the Tallahassee area last week and came up to be with Chad here, and we've been working away. And I apologize for not showing up on time this morning. I just had to have the bankers over here. They wanted to know a little bit more about our business, so we brought them in from VOA. And that's what happens, when you start, pushing a bunch of money through your account, right? They call you up, say, hey, we want to know what you're doing down there.
Right.
Yeah. So, no, it's all good. We've got as a matter of fact, not only do we have the contest winners for the iPad tonight, but also we just want to also recognize officially all the winners that came through the doors on the pre-launch and launch contests. Everybody that just really worked diligently hard for that and what they accomplished during that. So we'll talk about that also. And I don't know, you never know what else we're going to do, but Chad's going to be there. He's really excited to be on board here and get out in living color, face-to-face, so to speak. It's all good.
Well, that's awesome. I'll send you guys the link. You know what to do. I'll send you guys the link. Adam is going to be out here tonight as well. I was in touch with Adam, and he's got some really cool new things that he's going to be introducing. These Tuesday nights, this is really reseller training, and we're going to get into some stuff. Like, I don't know if you were listening. I know you were in a meeting, but Carlos, Carlos Rodriguez, right? He was one of our winners or one of our leaders back in pre-launch. I don't know if you were listening, but he said that he signed up 2 people yesterday. He has 2 new members yesterday, and he's got another one coming on board. And he said that it was directly related to the bridge video. He shot his own bridge video, that bridge video which you can insert in the sales funnels. And so he's connecting directly with people. So I know, Doug, that people are going, bridge funnel? What? Bridge? So on Tuesday nights, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday nights is going to be reseller training. Okay, and we're going to repeat some stuff, and we're going to show some basics, and then about every month we're going to introduce a new professor like Darren last Tuesday. These Tuesday nights are epic, okay, and tonight is going to be big, and it's interesting. You know how the world just shows up? I was out yesterday, I was grabbing something to eat, and I bumped into a guy. I'm like, hey, do I know you? He's like, yeah, I've seen you around the neighborhood. I said, by the way, what is it that you do for a living? And he goes, I'm a broker. I said, really? He goes, yeah, I broker for merchant processors. I said, really? I said, did you ever I told him a little bit about our business. I got his business card, so hey, you never know. We're networkers, right? You call the guy up, he may know some resources for us, correct?
Good stuff. Yep, and I absolutely did hear Carlos. Congratulations to Carlos. It was awesome. I can't wait to hear tomorrow's call because Carlos said he's got something he's bringing to the tribe here that's going to be mind-blowing, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really am.
He said he's going to rock the radio show tomorrow.
That's it. Rock the radio show. No doubt about it. Hey, Joe, really quickly here. This was just pointed out to me just a few minutes ago, and I know you'll probably take care of this after the call, but for everybody, just in case you didn't realize, evidently the webinar registration page shows October 1st, okay, as a date, but it's really today, guys, okay? So, just 6. Yeah,
right.
So just
let
everybody
important.
know that.
It is. That means people are registering for a webinar that happened last week.
Yeah, imagine that.
Well,
but you know how it is. People never read anything, right, Joe?
Yeah, right here it says October 6th, basically. Okay, yes. But the webinar itself is scheduled at the right time. The webinar itself, but it's just like the registration page, right? It needs to be cleaned up. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. The clock is perfect and everything else, but had a little thing saying somebody wanted to put it out there. It was actually Shalane, okay? I'm sorry, Charlene. Sorry, Charlene.
See how this
Charlene? You got Charlene? Yeah.
And thank you. I'll have to correct that. I must have been multitasking when I was setting that up. I think I was multitasking.
Hey man, we only have 164 hours a week to do it, right? So we got to give everything we can in.
I think it was yesterday that Bert in Canyon Lake was talking about how many months, how many minutes he was living. That was pretty cool. So thank you very much, Doug.
Oh my God.
See you on the webinar tonight, okay?
All
right.
I'll do that. Yep.
Cool. There he is, Doug Wellens, down in Tallahassee at the headquarters. Okay, this is the Shy 9668. Good morning.
Oh, God, Joe. Dave here from Chicago, from Tinley Park. Good morning, everybody.
Dave, how are you today?
I'm tired. People are inconveniently having heart attacks in the middle of the night while I'm trying to sleep.
See how this goes? What a nightmare.
So inconsiderate.
Yes.
But mark my words, those that survived, we stuck a card in there and said, look up traffic authority, just, so you know. But listen, excellent. Hey, a couple quick things out there. Congratulations over there to Carlos and everything like that. That's great, and that's good to hear. People need to keep that faith because they got to understand. First of all, I'm getting so many messages and so many Facebook hit-ups and so much questions. I can only imagine what it's like on your side, who's officially working for the company. That guys, this is not the teleporter in Star Trek. You cannot instantly make it to Vince. You do not. This is just like what's going on in our country right now, where everybody's like, "Oh, I need $15 an hour to flip my burger." Well, let me tell you something. For those people, it's a matter of they'll still be broke because they don't know how to save or spend their money. The same thing goes in this business. I hear people complaining that, "Oh, I can't get this package, I can't get that package." I'm like, it's called a budget. Build yourself a little budget. Matter of fact, there's a great one that's free. Oh my God. Hold on a second. I'm thinking. I don't remember off the top of my head. I got it saved here somewhere. I just don't have it in front of me. But Dave Ramsey, the financial guru, he's got Every Dollar. That's it. Every Dollar. EveryDollar.com. Great way to set up a free budget for yourself. That way you guys can start budgeting your advertising, budgeting your traffic authority packages and stuff like that. Get that stuff started. You won't have to worry about whether you can afford to do something or not because you'll know. But the reason I actually wanted to touch base is I heard a lot of people complaining about, not complaining, God, sorry, wrong choice of words, talking about their issues with their traffic and stuff like that. For those that have been having problems with running their traffic, always check two things because I get this question a lot sent to me as well. First of all, make sure your link is correct. I had people that were putting in the wrong link. They're like, oh, the checkout page doesn't work. I'm like, it's because you missed a period. Do not miss things. And computers are not forgiving when you miss a dot, a dash, a space, Well, spaces they miss, but everything else they do not. So check and make sure that you did sign your authorization form. If it says pending, you did not sign your authorization form, or Greg is still moving and he hasn't had a chance to double check it, make sure it's working. Second thing is you got to realize that it will never, ever, ever start, just like Greg says, it'll never, ever start automatically. They'll look to see if it works, and then afterwards, you personally have to manually go in and start it. All traffic starts on pause. It will never, ever start without you going in and manually starting it, once it's been approved, of course. Also, if you change your link that you're doing it, it may pause it, so just keep checking it. And here's the thing. If your traffic is paused, guys, don't freak out. It didn't cost you anything. Restart it. This is what I was talking about when people are getting upset over things that mean absolutely nothing to their business as far as where it can go. For people saying, oh, the traffic optimizer isn't doing this, isn't doing this. It doesn't matter. Traffic optimizer is a tool that helps you manage and intensify and balance your business. It does not stop it. If that whole section went down, I would just have to figure out a different way to see if things were working. But I would still be able to manage my business because all I need are my retail links to get, or my personal links to get going. That's what everybody needs to realize. Do not stop making excuses for yourselves, everybody. Everybody stop making excuses. If something doesn't work, become a leader. If something isn't working, stop using it as an excuse. Leaders find a solution or a workaround. It's like locking yourself out of your car and complaining that you can't get in when the key is in your pocket. Now think, become problem solvers, and you will move to the front. If you do not, you will continue to chase your dreams and build the dreams of others. It's time for every one of us to become a leader. Take charge. Stop complaining and about something that doesn't work and stopping to wait for it. What I mean is, take a note of it, pass it on to somebody. If something's not working, send a trouble ticket if something's not working, and seek to help. But do not sit there and wait for that train to pass. Use the bridge that's next to you. Get underneath it or go over it. Stop waiting for that stuff. Become a leader of yourself first. Now, the last thing I was going to bring up was the people that were having problems with their software, can't get to the websites and stuff. First of all, if you're on a Windows computer, guys, it's Windows 10 is out. It's free to upgrade. Upgrade your stuff because that will fix 90% of your problems. The problems with the software. The second thing is, if you're using Windows 10, you forget about that Norton crap. If you use your brain and don't surf the web in weird places, you will not have a virus problem. Don't open up emails that say, hey, click on this. It's free to open. Don't worry about the execution file. It's not going to run any weird stuff on your computer. Don't open those stuff. If you don't know who it's coming from, don't open it. And Windows has it built in, so you don't have to worry about antivirus at all if you use your head. Norton will screw up your computer. Mm-hmm. So just use common sense, guys, and stop making excuses for yourself. Get out there. Do what needs to be done. Use the bridges that are in front of you, the tunnels that are below you, and stop waiting for that train to pass. Don't use anything that's not working or not fully functional, so you think, and wait for that. Get past it. That's what you need to do to be a leader. If you want to be a leader, move forward. Figure out a solution. That's all I really wanted to mention out there today, Joe. I'll be back on the ambulance tomorrow, so I don't even know if I can call in, but...
Well, as my mom used to say, touche. Touche, Dave. Point well taken. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I do know that I see on Facebook people get stuck, right? They're stuck on something, and it becomes larger than life. You got some kind of an issue. It becomes larger than life, and before you know it, you're blocked. When there's a workaround, there's always a workaround. There's always a solution, and you'll get there. You'll get to the solution. I remember years ago I was in the music business, and I was working for Ramsey Lewis. I was the keyboard technician for Mr. Ramsey Lewis. And I remember we were out on the road, and we were somewhere in rural Michigan, and we were playing in a small jazz club, and I had to take in the Armani suits. That was one of my gigs, right? He had this case filled with Armani, and that's what he would wear when he was up on stage. And I remember that, I was in this rural town, and I took the suits to the local dry cleaner, and the showtime was coming, and I went back to the dry cleaner, and the dry cleaner was closed. I remember it was snowing, and it was like abandoned, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in big trouble, right? What do I got to, I have to do something. Okay, there's no such thing as I'm sorry, Mr. Ramsey Lewis, the suits are in the dry cleaners. That wasn't going to happen. So I started digging. I started using resources. I actually ended up calling the local police department who knew who the owner of the dry cleaners was, and I was able to get the dry cleaner down there. But I learned a lesson on that day, right? I learned a lesson that day that, you know what? You just get her done. Like our boy said, Chad, a couple of weeks ago. Chad was on the Visionary Founders call, and he said, we do not punt. Okay, again, that's a sports metaphor. We go for it. Okay, we go for it. If we're blocked, if our back is against the wall, we only move forward. And each and every one of us can learn something from that concept, right? So you got a little problem with one of your, here's Gilbert James. He's yet to even buy a traffic package. And he's got more leads than he can get because you simply take, 1025, put your lung back in. You just coughed in my ear. Good morning, 1025. How are you? 1025, you're live on the radio. The last four digits of your phone number are 1025. Hello. All right, never mind. I know you're there because you coughed in my ear. All right, this is Europe, 2865. Is this England calling in?
Hello, this is Greg Karras from the Netherlands.
Hey, Greg in the Netherlands. How are you? Haven't heard from you.
Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Sorry, you guys haven't heard from me lately. I was really busy, getting my teammates sales, working behind the scenes and all that stuff, branding myself too. I've been making some YouTube videos. I think I sent you also a video message. That's good for people that are doubting about traffic authority, people that let their dreams fall. So I made a motivational video for everybody that's doubting, and sometimes you just have to take action. If you want to make a change in your life, and that counts for everybody, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you want to make a change in your life, you have to take action. You have to take risk in life. If you do not take risk in life, you will never going to make it. You can never make a difference in life. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be, financial or weight loss. That doesn't matter. If you want to do something, you have to do it. You just have to do it. It's really simple. Just do it. Maybe there are people right now on the call that are invited and, still doubting about traffic authority. The thing is, you have to take action and take a risk in life. And, like Carlos said, you need to start branding yourself. Like for me, I'm like Greg, I never made a video before. I'm the same thing. I'm like video shy. But, because of traffic authority and because of my team, I started getting out of my comfort zone and start making videos. And now I like it, so I'm all over the place on YouTube right now, branding myself. And I think that everybody, should do that because you make it personal and you will attract the people, that's unique to you. That's the thing because there are billions of people out there, and they are uniquely linked to you. So I just want to say to everybody, if you feeling comfortable enough to start making videos on YouTube, because the videos works. I've been bringing sales for my team, not even for myself, just for my team. I want my team to make money. I'm from True Team Builders, David Jackson. So we are true team builders. So that's what we do. We first help the team, and then we look to ourselves. So. And that attract a lot of people too because they see it's not only about the money, it's also about connecting, like the VIP Mastermind, the community that we have. It's about connecting. It's not only about, making money online. So I just want to thank you guys for opening my eyes, and I think for a lot of people out there, just go for it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I made a video about that. Don't let your dreams. You can live your dreams, if you take action. So I want to thank everybody. I wanted to thank True Team Builders too. And I want to thank you, Traffic Authority, for making this possible for everybody. So Thank you.
You're welcome, Greg. Thank you very much. That's really, really amazing. You know, I'm making notes when I listen to you speak, right? And you said I first help the team. First, I do my best to help the team. Amazing. And the fact that you never even did a video. You said you were video shy, and now you're hanging around here and you're hearing some stuff and you're hearing from some people. So you just go do it, right? Just do it, and the next thing you know, boom, shakalaka. Hey, Greg, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for showing up here and for the work that you do to support our community. All the way from the Netherlands, right? I love that. All right, 9582, you are next.
Good morning, Joe. This is Jane from Morgan City, North Carolina. How are you?
Is that Jane?
Yes, Jane. How are you?
I'm great, Jane. That's my mom's name is Jane. I love it, Jane. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. That's great. Anyway, my question is, my leads are not in TA are not transferring automatically over to Get Response. So what we've been doing is cutting and pasting them. Is that the correct way to do that? Get around to do that?
I'm going to ask you to go on to Facebook right now. As a matter of fact, let me get this guy. Here's a Facebook expert. I'm sorry, a Get Response expert. We actually featured this guy. Are you
I heard I've been unmuted.
Yes.
I'm special again.
Did you hear Jane's question? Jane's got to get.
She's a little muffled on my side. So what was she saying? Something about Get Response, yes?
Jane says that. Go ahead, Jane.
Okay. Okay. My leads in Traffic Academy are not transferring over to Get Response. So what we've been doing is cutting and pasting them. Is that the correct route to go until it's fixed, or?
Your leads are not transferring over to Get Response. So the leads you're collecting in your Traffic Authority capture pages are not going into your Get Response. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. The problem you're having is that did you link your account?
Yes, I did.
You did. So you have all the TA
campaigns.
You have all the you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Send me a message on Facebook. Do you have Facebook? You have Facebook, yeah? All right, and I will take a look and walk you through it and see if there's an issue with there. You know who this is, right? This is Dave Nesby. You can look up D Nesby on Facebook. D. You know what? Hold on a second. I don't even know my Facebook name. Hold on.
And you know what, Jane? It sounds to me as though there's an issue with your connectivity there, because if you're running traffic and you're using Get Response, that traffic should be going. Those leads should be going into Get Response. That's where they should be ending up. So it's probably a very, very minor thing, and Dave is very good at Get Response for sure.
Yeah, it should be an issue. It has to be an issue with that. Something had to happen there because there's no way it shouldn't work. But so let's check this out. But you can message me. My username, my handle, or whatever it is on Facebook is Dave Nesby, Niezby, all one word.
There it is.
Now everybody's finding me because I'm getting a million friend requests from everybody so they can get these questions answered.
See, this is what happens.
Okay, let me read this back to you. Dave, Nesbi, Nesby.
N-I-E, N as in Nancy, I-E, Z as in zebra, B as in boy, Y. All one word, Dave Nesby.
Awesome.
There it is, Dave.
All right, and just hit me up there, and I will, we can video chat or chat or text chat, whatever, to get this worked out for you. So we'll see what's going on. We can check your leads and stuff back there. So.
Thank you, Dave. And this is what we refer to as people helping people. Thank you for pitching in, Dave. And on behalf of Jane, thank you very much. There he is, Dave, Diamond Dave, checking in from Tinley, which is not far from where my mom lives. Let's keep it moving. 5947, you are next. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. How you doing?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Kenneth from over here at Mississippi.
Kenna, how are you this morning?
I'm blessed, Joe. I got up this morning and looked at my emails, and I thought it was just what you were sending out for my daily plans and all on that. And I had the one that said, congratulations, I got earned the commission.
You did?
I made a sale. Yeah, I was thrilled about that. Yeah.
Ta-da! Congratulations, Ken. Why don't you shoot us a video? If you got a video, you got a cell phone with a video, shoot a video and put it up there on the Facebook page.
Okay, I'll do my best. I ain't never done nothing like that, so I'll new on my try it.
Well,
I've been hearing different ones saying it, so it encouraged me to try it.
We just heard that dude, Greg, in the Netherlands, all the way in the Netherlands, the other side of the world. He shot a video. He posted it up there. He said he didn't do videos. He was video shy. He didn't want to do no videos. Hey, Kenneth, congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you.
I like to say this too, Joe. I know I heard different ones be complaining a lot of time about it, the leads and things, and not converting, but I've been waiting ever since the 17th of last month, maybe. Mm-hmm. I've been getting leads, and then I'm been converting. So, I just finally made that first sale. So, I'm just saying I'm a living testimony. They just wait on it and be patient. Just keep, like you always say, keep putting the work in and just keep working at it. Eventually it'll turn up. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, and it's just more proof that, it's working. And that's what I've been telling people about coming to the radio show, and they can get help. I just heard the one before me there, how you help them. And I'm glad to see that, because this is what I've been putting out there, that you can come here and you can get your questions and things answered and you get the help. So I appreciate that.
And thank you very much, Kenneth. And if you would testify on Facebook, okay, just put that out there, man. Put it on the Facebook page. And here's the thing, and I want you guys to pay attention here for a second. We're the ninjas, right? We're all together, okay? We are all in here together working for each other, working on behalf of each other. And Greg from the Netherlands, he says first he takes care of his team. I help the team. Every one of these stories, okay, that you guys have, if you would post them on Facebook, just go there and post them. Have you any idea how much this will help other people? Kenneth, there are people out there in the world right now that have been looking, and they've been working, and they've been striving, and they still keep missing the mark. And if they hear your story, if they're hearing your story, they may say, you know what, I am going to take a flyer on this. This sounds different. This sounds unique. And then maybe somebody else, maybe Dave in Chicago, maybe Beverly in Medford, maybe Gilbert, somebody else may actually get the sign up because their person, that's their person. Okay, so but my point is that we all are helping each other. Every single one of us, by posting this stuff, by showing up here, by testifying, we are doing the good work. We're helping each other. Okay, we're supporting each other, and that's really what this is about. We're here to support each other in the network. Kenneth, thank you very much, man. I know that you've been showing up here. I know you've been putting in the time, and now you're starting to see the results. 6392, you're next up.
Good morning, Joe. It's Mallory from Saskatchewan. How are you?
Mallory, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I know I haven't been on for a while or come out. I'm always on. I just said come out
What's
for
up?
a while.
What's up with that?
Not much. Well, it's not that I haven't. It's just that I know there's a lot of other people that have other questions and stuff like that, and I'm always listening to you guys, and I love listening to you and just working at the business, connecting with people, and I have a job I have to go to as well, and I'm a mother of 2 kids, so, I mean, life's been crazy the last couple of weeks trying to keep up with everything.
I bet, huh?
So there's something that I'm wondering. I have one of my good buddies, he is with Modere, and he messaged me this morning, and he's asked me, okay, Mal, I'm interested with this traffic, but he's like, I need to know how this is going to help to drive customers for my business for Modere. And my biggest thing is I don't know how to answer that in the right way or how to even explain how that would work because I understand it works with traffic.
Okay, I don't know what Modere is. Please forgive me. Is it a network marketing company?
Yes, it's another network marketing company.
Okay, so this is simple. This is really, really simple, okay? Because if he buys traffic from you, he doesn't have to become a member, right? If you go look into your member back office, if you look into your reseller's member back office, you will see that there's a retail page. Okay, so if he doesn't want to become a networker here, he can just buy traffic from you. You'll get the credit, you'll make the money, and he will be your customer. And here's the way it works. When he buys traffic, he decides where that traffic goes. So for his Modere business, if he thinks that he has like a sexy, attractive sales funnel, right? Like I don't know what his process is, and I'm not asking you to tell me what his process is, but basically what you can do is provide him with traffic eyeballs, okay, for his Modir site. What would his business look like if he had 1,000 people, okay, who actually went to his site, saw what he was offering, and wanted more information. Okay, so that's how it works, okay? Again, I want to remind everybody that the retail application here is huge, giant. Okay, I know that we love Traffic Authority. We want to bring ninjas in. We want to bring people into our community. On the other side of the fence, I want you to consider that there are 18 million people in North America that are operating a home-based business on the internet. There's 18 million operating a home-based business, and that's according to the Direct Selling Association. Every one of those 18 million people want more views. They want more clicks. They want people to see their offer. So this guy who has this company, he's attempting to grow a business. He wants people to see his site. Now remember that the traffic that we specialize in is business opportunity traffic. Okay, so it's the traffic, the people who we communicate with when you buy 1,000 clicks, when somebody buys 1,000 clicks, which is a gold package, we guarantee that at least 1,000 people will click the link in the email, and whether they opt in for more information, in this case, will be determined by the quality of the page. Okay, this guy that you're talking about, okay, for $1,000, you can guarantee that 1,000 people, not robots, 1,000 people will open an email, see his offer, and click his link. What happens next? Who knows? There's so much that goes into this traffic stuff, into this sales funnel stuff, okay? There's so much that goes into it. When you take a look at the sales funnels that we have right now, we have a couple of it are running. One is rich versus poor. The other one is the Facebook and Google. Have you any idea how much time goes into building one of those sales funnels? Everything is scrutinized. Everything. The pacing, the color of the font, the color of the background, the timing. When are the timers dropped in? How long should the pause be? How loud should it be? Every single thing is analyzed. It's actually science. This is very, very sophisticated, way more sophisticated than I know even, but it truly is. So when you ask me that question, Mallory, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what's going to happen when somebody actually goes and clicks, because that depends on what his offer is. If somebody, and the internet is moving so quickly, right? This is why being here and utilizing these funnels that are provided for you really gives you an edge, because this is what we do. We're in the business of sales funnels and conversions, and we got people who that's all they do. That's their job, is to analyze data and figure out how can we increase our conversions. And so there's other companies, they don't have that kind of a focus, right? So if your guy is sending traffic to a page that's just like a sales brochure, I don't know how it's going to convert. But I tell you this, we guarantee the clicks, guaranteed. Okay, so ask your buddy, all right, on 1,000 clicks, it's $1,000. We know that you're going to get actual leads. It's going to be somewhere around 25-30%. So what does 300 leads do for him? When he has their attention, he's got 300 people out of 1,000, generally speaking, rough numbers. What does it do for his business? What does it do? That could be worth a fortune. Thank you, Mallory. I have somebody else who just showed up here. You just showed up in the queue. 1022. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you're live on the radio. 1022. You're live. How you doing?
I'm fine. Just to learn more about this business.
Excellent.
I'm in North Carolina.
Your name? What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert. How can I help you this morning?
I had an email back in middle of August. I signed up with the free launching, but never thought about this would be this powerful and fit it off it's about when it launched August 19th. It's after my birthday. And
I see. So you've yet to join the traffic authority, but you saw this back in August when it was in pre-launch, and you took a pass, and now all of a sudden you're taking another look because it's everywhere, right? It's everywhere. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter.
About the Friday, the Thursday of the 17th, someone there last month, the email said about $600,000 money. Dollars was
paid.
Sent out.
Our first commission was over $500,000. Robert, what can I do for you this morning? Can I send you back to somebody so you can get started?
I had trouble going through it to learn how to do this, and a lady, Evie, I worked with Devon Brown about link up with y'all about the easy system.
Right.
I signed up. I mean, I didn't have much money to do the traffic. I signed with the next to the last one, but.
All right, Robert, I'm thinking that I think you have I think your question is probably a Devon Brown question. And, if you can look up Devon, everybody knows who Devon Brown is. He was my co-host last Thursday night on our prospecting webinar. Devon is amazing. He is awesome. And if your question is about Devon's, he has a system that he works for his group. You can find Devon on Facebook, okay? Look him up there. I'll be happy to help you. Ooh, that sounds weird. I can hear myself bouncing back. Wow, that was scary. Who's ever calling in on Skype with ones, please take me off speaker. We'll try you again.
Unmuted.
Can you hear me? There it is. That person's not paying attention. I'm going to have to shut you down there, number one. Listen, believe it or not, we are through the list. I want to thank you, Robert, for calling in. Get back to Devon Brown. I want to thank, Mallory. Get out there, girl. You got people who are looking to you for some retail action. Thank you, Kenneth. Congratulations. Kenneth has his very first sale. Jane in North Carolina, who is being personally mentored by Diamond Dave. Thank both of you. Greg calling in from the Netherlands. Are you kidding me? Doing his videos, and he's all over YouTube. The guy's, he's got it going on. I want to thank Bert. I want to thank Dale in Alabama. Beverly in Medford. I will be calling you. Gilbert James. So many people joined us here this morning. I want to thank every single one of you who took the time to call in and let the community know what's going on in your world. Barry in Tucson. All you guys. Thank you very much. Make sure that you are on the webinar tonight. TrafficWebLive.net. TrafficWebLive.net. That's the registration page. TrafficWebLive.net. Go there, okay? There's going to be training. We're going to be covering a lot of these questions, right? I sit here in the morning, I'm making a note. Okay, we've got to put together a training, a basic training. We got to teach people a little bit more about the bridge video in the swipe files, and we're going to do a little bit better job. So, you guys come in here every single morning, and you tell us some stuff. You ask me a couple questions, how to upload a video on Facebook. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. This is how we're going to be building the community, is with your help. So thank you for those questions, because you're going to be seeing the answers to those questions on Tuesday nights in our reseller training. So be there tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, Facebook. We got a lot of brand new people. We're about to hit 19,000 members on Facebook. If you're just joining us today, here's how you find us on Facebook. Are you ready? EZ, E like Edward, Z like Zebra, EZ.com/T like traffic, A like authority, F like face, B like book group. There it is, EZ.com/TAFB group. Go there, we'll get you into the group. Got a lot of questions being answered there, and also please give us a little love, man. Post a video, give us your testimonial there. Let's share that good stuff. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at radioleverage.com. Until then, man, make it a good day, everybody. It's been fun today.